Professor Michael Scanlon here. So today is Wednesday. And you know what that means? It's Mercury's Day. Happy Mercury Day. Like what? So in English, Wednesday comes from Woden's Day, which is an alternate form of Odin. So it's Odin's Day. But the day was originally named, at least in terms of Latin, after the planet Mercury. And so if you check out the Romance languages, you see some very obvious signs pointing to Mercury. So, for example, in Spanish, Miércoles. So, Mercury is always very close to the sun, which makes it very difficult to see, especially on an app. But the beautiful thing about an app is we can turn the daylight off. So, Mercury is the planet closest to the sun. And why don't we just go ahead and orbit Mercury? It has no moon, it has no atmosphere, it is the closest planet to the sun, and it looks very similar to our moon. Now, you might think, well, there's really not a whole lot going on here, right? It's just a bunch of gray stuff and more gray stuff. Well, yeah, it does look kind of boring, I'll give you that. But there are some incredible features here. I want to point them out. If we can zoom in here. Right in the center of your screen, you might notice, is it going to let me click it? No. You might notice just outside of that blinking circle, you have this huge ring. That's actually one gigantic impact crater. And this is known as the Caloris Basin. Calor is Greek for heat, because whenever this side faces the sun, it's really hot. Okay, so something major hits Mercury right here in its early formation. And then if we look on the exact opposite side, if you pardon the image glitches, you see this weird rugged terrain. Well, what happened was the shock waves from the impact all zoomed around Mercury and all converged at this point and just kind of made this weird terrain, thrust it up, made it crack. I mean, all kind of weird stuff. And so it's absolutely incredible. Huge impact crater called the Caloris Basin. Mercury's iron core is much bigger than it should be. And so there's some mystery about that. Now, this is a false color image of Mercury that was provided by the Messenger probe. We've only visited Mercury as far as probes go a couple of times. So this is false color to show elevation, I believe. As with the other astronomical objects, they have some pretty cool facts that you can view. So, for example, did you know that if you're going by the sun, a day on Mercury is actually longer than a year on Mercury? So, try to figure out how birthdays work there. Good luck. We can check out some more facts about Mercury, show you where you can find some more information. Of course, I'm still using the same site that I was using before. This is NASA Solar System Exploration. I mean, it's just an incredible resource. As with other bodies that we've looked at, we have an interactive rotating model, and there's the Caloris Basin, and there's the very rugged, weird terrain on the opposite side of it. If we take a look at by the numbers, you get an idea of how big Mercury is compared to Earth. You see that it is kind of small compared to Earth. It is the smallest planet out there. Mars would be the next smallest, and so you can kind of see that Mars is a little bit bigger than Mercury is. All right. So, and then of course you have the galleries that you can check out. Take some time, take a look at this incredible first planet in our solar system. Here's a fun fact for you. Some earlier astronomers, and when I say earlier, let me say it like this. Some 19th century astronomers, so earlier than us, but not like super early. Some 19th century astronomers thought that it was a planet inside Mercury's orbit that may be orbited on the opposite side of it, and they called it Vulcan. Now we know there's no such place, but it was an interesting speculation. There is ice on the southern polar craters of Mercury, or in the southern polar craters of Mercury, I should say. So really cool things happening on planet Mercury. It has no atmosphere, it has no moons, but it definitely deserves some incredible attention on today, Mercury Day. That's it for this one. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow you got 2 videos coming out. I did a special experiment video, and then of course we're going to have our astronomical object of the day video. So check it out. Bye, everybody.